So yesterday was International Women's Day, and as you can imagine, all of the trends that govern social media had to do with women and whatnot. One of the things that I saw was that Burger King UK tweeted something like, "Women belong in the kitchen." And the subliminal message was that they were trying to say that women deserve careers in the culinary arts and that they should pursue them, something like that. I was wondering why people got triggered by that. Is it because it reminds you of like the sexist stereotype of the past where women were just housewives and whatnot? I don't know about you, but I would give anything to be able to stay at home and do home duties as opposed to get up to go to my job that makes me miserable. I love my home. I could be at home for endless weeks, and I know it because I have done it, and I am perfectly happy. It's not like I'm one of those creatures who needs to be having insane experiences to like have a good time or something. But I'm just surprised that people are quick to get upset about that when we had a trend about some people who were going to space. There was this one woman, of course, who was going to space as well. And the trend literally had a title that read, "Women Belong in Space." If I wanted to think about that critically, but with like a cynical brain, I would look at that as, oh, you people are saying that women deserve to be out in space? Like, we don't belong in our home planet. We don't belong in our environment. We don't belong close to our homes. We don't belong close to our families. Like, you all cannot stand us, and that's why you want us out there in space. I could look at it that way. I could be offended, but no, because it's space, you associate it with it being one of those careers that bring you prestige or something. But for some reason, you think of the culinary arts being associated with someone being in the kitchen. You want to be offended about that? I mean, as important as it is to be able to eat the right stuff, handle food safely, and you're trying to tell me that space is a more honorable career, more important? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I just cannot relate to these people because like your values are so different from mine. And that's why I used to feel bad that I was like isolated and I didn't like to participate in regular discussions with like everyday folks. But why would I engage in a conversation where people are not going to understand me and they're not going to respect me? And on top of that, I have to teach them how to think. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised to be able to think and come up with my own conclusions. But you MFs rely too much on being taught what to think. I think that's wrong. But I don't expect you to agree with me. In the same manner that I hope you don't try to influence me into believing in the stuff that you believe in. You know? Same thing with like porters, janitors, housekeepers, whatever you call them. You know how important their jobs are? I mean, if you don't have a clean environment, if you don't have a place that's well kept, you're going to have pests, you're going to have disease, you're going to have all these things, but you would rather feel offended that you're associated with such a title. Whereas I recognize that as one of the most important jobs that anybody can hold. You know, y'all are just full of shit, man. I'm sick of it.